listen for facts and feelings and differentiate between the two. We're looking at the facts, right? Ask questions. What really happened? What actually happened? What do you think? What is a specific example? Once again, the mediator should do more listening and should not verbally dominate the process. Mediators should listen for misunderstandings, misperceptions, and violations of principles of respect. These have proven to be many of the root causes of the conflict, and as a mediator, listen intently for them, and once they are recognized, work to point them out, and then work to reconcile. You know, well, I'll say this. We had a mediation, the last one that we did, it was so short, and this is why it was so short. A group of teenagers got into an altercation in the neighborhood. The grandmother called, she called up the mediation team, dispatched some of the team there, they met with her, and then she said the first meeting we met with, the team met with her and her daughter and the children, right? So then they told us, well, the other people live down the street. A couple of days later, the brothers knocked on the door, asked to speak to the parent. She came out and told them about what was going on. We set up a meeting. Now, the children got into an altercation. The altercation ended. One group of children came back with a bat and they had knives, banging on the door, threatening. The adult of the mother of the children who lived in the house, instead of going to talk to the mother of that who came with the bat and the knives when it was safe to do so, she instead said that parent sent the children down here to do this. And now she began to start forming her ideas about the adult in that house. And now other adults got into it. And when we brought them together to the table, when the woman began to start expressing it, yeah, and you sent them children down here with the knives in the back, the lady said, ma'am, this is my first time ever even hearing it. No communication. Not communicating. And at that point, they swapped, they switched information, numbers and everything, and it was done. But based upon perception, she thought this mother sent her children with a bat and knives. But in the midst of, when no communication is taking place, is I thought, I felt, and all of this other type of stuff. And all it takes when somebody gets into another altercation, somebody gets stabbed. And now it gets worse. But it started off of misperception, not talking, right? What are some things that they came to you and the people that you're sitting next to? What are some steps that you all would take to help them to get from conflict to resolution? Am I clear on that part? I'm a teacher, so I repeat myself several times. Make sure we get it. If you're not clear, please raise your hand and tell me you got it. You don't have to come up with a situation. Just know it's a conflict. So what are some steps that you all would use to help somebody get from a conflict to resolving it? So just think about two teenagers in your neighborhood got into a fight. Okay, just think about that. Now, what would you do? What would be some steps that you can take to help them get from a conflict to resolving that? Right? Everybody with me on that? Y'all show up? Right. Give you a couple of minutes to a lot of this stuff is basic, simple understanding. You know, when we were in Baltimore after we did the training, a sister came up to us and she said she got her master's degree in conflict resolution. She said that she learned more in that little training that we did in Baltimore than she did in her master's program. I try to not, we have this terminology, we say analysis, paralysis by analysis. Analyze stuff so much that nothing gets done. And then you start having those people, we having another meeting, I'm tired of all this talking. And there's some validity to that, but you have to meet in order to plan to execute. But it has to be balanced. Right. Right? Because sometimes behind all of that analysis, you know what it really is? It's fear. And so we're coming up with all these things. This can happen. This can happen. Yeah, all type of stuff can happen. As many of the negative things that we say can happen, positive can happen. But that fear keeps us focusing on the worst part. False evidence appearing real. Next slide. I wonder who will bring him to his feet. Street now, or forever hold your peace.
The balance of this beast must see. There's a balance. Wait.
I wonder who will wreck him.
Get up, Lion. Did you think he's gonna stay down forever? A new day. 1909 Chevy. Beware, Obama dead. For 443 goddamn damnable years. The cop is laid strict. I see eagles gathered everywhere. He will still be gathered. Come on. Don't stop.